cynicism and disengagement.
Recent federal elections in Canada have made it explicitly clear that young voters are not engaging with the political process. The future of democracy is at stake. In 2011, voter turnout among youth was significantly worse than older age groups. While over 3/4 of 65 to 74-year-olds voiced their opinions, under 39% of young people voiced theirs.
Generally, I think people have been saying it's been a crisis for about a decade or more. Certainly, voter turnout generally in most advanced democracies around the world is declining. And what we know is that young people are less than half as likely to turn out as older folks. And so that means that the majority of youth have opted out of the system, either feel it doesn't reflect their needs or really find it inconvenient and not worth their time to vote.
Most undergraduate university students fall within this problem demographic.
We know that completion of education is correlated to more propensity to vote, but the payoff is not as high as you might expect. And we still have majorities of those who have post-secondary education in their early 20s still not turning out to vote.
Simon Fraser Student Society has had its own struggles with its general election turnouts, 23% and 11% over the past 2 years. Before the election, we spoke to 2014 SFSS candidate Mo Kapahi to comment on these concerns.
Can we improve the engagement of the youth and people in our ages within the university stages to participate in the elections? This is a problem that we face even on the SFSS level. Some people say it's the apathy, some people say it's the lack of communication.
During the campaign, SFSS candidates had a chance to address the student body at a number of public debates. Although the needs of SFU students were discussed, the majority of those attending the debates were candidates themselves.
We as students, as young people, we're barely voting, our interests are not represented in government policy. I want a student society that is the change that we want to see in the world.
Shortly following the debates, campaigning closed and online polls opened. We took this time to ask students about their involvement in the ongoing election.
No.
I didn't really pay attention.
I haven't really paid attention to it.
I believe it's actually currently underway. I already voted.
If I have time, yes.
Probably not. Just pretty busy right now.
I've already voted.
Possibly, but not really at this point, no.
If you don't take the time to do these things, then in the end, who's to blame?
Because I'm a student at the university and it's my student society.
A lot of people complain about how the school sucks and things like that, but if you don't even vote, how can you say that you're not even trying to change it?
Only 9.44% of SFU's approximate 25,000 undergraduate students cast a ballot during this year's election, continuing the downward trend in voter participation. Presidential candidate Alexander Morris gave us his thoughts on the poor turnout.
It doesn't seem like the system needs to be changed for a lot of these kids. They're comfortable. They don't see like they need to make a difference. They don't see themselves having a voice that'll change things for the better. They're already satisfied. The machine kids of technology today, they're always staring at their phones. They've got their earbuds in. They're not engaging with the world around them.
With this disengagement apparent in both university and federal politics, we questioned what potential solutions exist.
And I'm thinking in terms of possible mandatory voting laws like they have in Australia. And I think that means that people must turn up at the polls, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to cast a vote for anybody. They can actually spoil a ballot, but at least we know that that's sending a message back to the system. So there may be a whole number of interventions in disconnection, but sooner or later it will roll up into political action. No question, it'll have to, or else young people won't be able to get the kind of life they want.